Welcome, everyone, to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today, we're on the campus of JFK High School for a varsity baseball matchup between the Mustangs and the Bombers of Sayreville. I'm Craig Coughlin. I'll be bringing the game with my colleague, our friend, and your councilman, Greg Ficarra. Greg, good to be with you.
Yes, Craig, it's good to be here. You know, this is a testament to synthetic turf, right? You have rain all day, and the game is still going on.
It sure is. Yeah, this is one that absolutely would have been canceled in the past, but we'll get to play it, and that's good. That's good for all of us. Today's lineup. Well, why don't you give us JFK's line? We don't have much from Sayreville. We have their names. We have their names, and so as they come to the plate, we'll be able to tell you who they are. But other than that, we can give you the defensive alignment for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looks like we have and we only got last names, Craig, and this is my first time doing JFK.
Yeah.
So
here's some. There you go. You gotta.
Okay, so we have Isaiah.
One of the great frustrations of the mayor and me is that we don't ask for a lot.
Yep.
Their names and their batting order. We got their batting order by their last name.
So we got Isaiah Cherry is a designated hitter. Let me look up here. R.J. Coleman is the pitcher. Calvin Claiborne. Jeremy Racourt, Ryan Samaru, and I'm going down the list here. Bear with me, folks. Coming right back. Oh, Natello Harvey and Justin Rodriguez. And Ryan Rivera. Wow, we have quite a few Ryans on the JFK lineup. And Donovan Claiborne. And then finally, batting number 9 is Joshua Torres. And we're getting ready. Jake Romanello for Sayreville Bombers are up first.
So we do have some pitching statistics, I think we did, from JFK. So we can give you a little bit about Mr. Coleman. There's the first pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. I think it's going to go out of play. It does, and it's no balls and 1 strike as we're underway here on a overcast, a little rainy, a little drizzle in the air still, but temperature's not too bad, and we'll get this one in.
Good for us that we have a cover over our head.
Yeah, exactly right.
So the umpire behind the plate, Craig, is Woodbridge Township resident Dennis Dowd.
There we go. Don't tell the people from Sayreville then.
Yeah, but he went to St. Joe's. Didn't go to Kennedy's.
At the knees. So, as I said, don't know much about Romanello. Don't know what position he's playing. But I'm sure he's a fine kid.
We'll find out as we go along.
No balls, 2 strikes, and he went for the strike there, but it was low for ball 1. Coleman on the season has pitched 22 innings, so has the second most innings pitched for the Mustangs. Started 9 of those games. He leads the team in that category. He's 6-0, so he's off to a great start this season. It's actually mid-season. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as we play the top of the first here.
Craig, I was talking to the Sayreville coach as he was just passing by, and his comment was that they're off to a slow start. They have a couple of injuries, and they're hoping to turn the corner now in the midseason.
Mustangs come in at 14-4. They're off to a great start.
Yeah, that's an excellent
start.
Wind
up. The pitch swung on and popped up foul again. Let's see. The catcher gives chase, but it falls a little bit short. That was Cherry. Coleman has only allowed 4 hits in those 22 innings. Greg, that's terrific.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole team, the whole pitching staff, look at this. The whole pitching staff for JFK has only allowed 9 hits in 85 and a third innings. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. That's pretty intimidating if you're an opponent, too.
I think this has got to be off by a column here. Yeah, it must be. I'll tell you why in a second. 2-2 pitch. Coleman takes something off it and strikes him out. Swing and a miss. Strike first strikeout of the day for Coleman. And now we'll bring up number 10, it looks like.
Yeah, Michael Colanello.
Here's why I'm off by a category here. It's pinned a little sideways. I still, let's see. So that's that. I think they're actually 4 and 9. Sorry. Yeah, and they've given, I'm sorry. So Coleman's given up 27 hits and 25 runs, 16 of which are earned. There's a fly ball or a foul down the first baseline. So that'll bring the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's thrown quite a few pitches already.
Yeah, he's up to, well, let's see. I keep pitch count usually 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 6, 8. That was pitch number 9. 2 balls and 1 strike. We're gonna work this out here. Now the count goes to 3 and 1.
Ooh, we're in a tough spot here, huh? I wonder if we could pull that curtain back.
We have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
And there's a strike at the knees. Coleman will like it if he gets that one every time.
Yeah. That's a good spot. Foul ball.
Coleman comes into the game with 23 strikeouts on the season. 5.09 ERA. He's also walked 20 batters. So he must throw a lot of pitches. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing. Oh, look, and he was halfway down to first.
Yeah, that was.
But you got to swing the bat. 2 out.
Up next is number 28, Michael Novak, and I believe the coach's name is Novak, so I don't know if there's a relationship here. Or was at some point. So we got 2 outs.
Don't know. I know there is a Mary Novak who's a councilwoman in Sayreville. So hello, Mary, if you're watching. Councilwoman. Let's call him in swing. There's a pitch. In for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. As we bat here. Sayreville bats in the top of the first, Greg. So you're a JFK alumnus, right?
Absolutely.
So you're not going to be unbiased.
That's why I got my JFK hat on.
So everybody knows. Now, I have the great privilege of representing both Woodbridge and Sayreville. So I want to see them all do well.
Yep.
Nobody on. 2 out here in the top of the first. Ooh, that must have been just a little outside because it was right at the waist.
Yeah, it looked good. Yeah, you know, it's neat getting back to the construction of the field. When you look around the mound and then home plate, it's all natural dirt, so it has a good feel for the players.
Mm-hmm. And then the other darker brown. That one's hit hard but foul down the left field line.
Yep. On a day like today, Craig, when you have a little moisture out there, the baseball tends to kind of skid along. Sometimes it hits the ground and really takes off. Not much of a bounce. Sometimes it just slips.
Did you play baseball?
No, not actually only till 9th grade. And that was back when junior high was 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, that's what it was when I was there, too.
And then I discovered the javelin.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side, does R.J. Coleman. Nobody on, nobody out. I'm sorry, 3 up, 3 down. And at the end of a half inning of play, it's Sayreville nothing and JFK coming to bat. And welcome back, everybody. Craig Coughlin, Greg Ficara, happy to be with you.
And we got Isaiah Cherry leading off, number 2. He's the designated hitter.
On the mound is number 17, Dennis Whitford. Took something off of that pitch. lefty.
Oh.
So I'm warming up. He threw pretty good.
Yeah, that was some curve there. It definitely fooled Isaiah. I believe, is Isaiah going to Delaware to play football, I think? I don't know if I'm making that up.
Really? I don't know.
I believe so.
Whitford looks in. No balls, 2 strikes. And there's another curve. This one's outside for a ball. As we bat here in the bottom of the first. Here's the windup. Pitch is a little bit low. And the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And shakes off the catcher.
He likes those curveballs.
Yeah,
huh?
he did, and Cherry was out in front on that one. He fouled it off.
Isaiah's a big fellow there. He's an imposing figure up there at bat.
He is. Yeah, he threw that one hard, threw it by him. He got him. He set him up with the curveball and then got him with the fastball. So 1 out. 4 strikeouts in the game. Everybody who has come to the plate has struck out, and that'll bring up the number 2 hitter. That's Calvin Claiborne.
Calvin's playing center field.
Hits that foul.
There's a pretty good net there behind the Stang dugout for good reason.
Yeah, exactly. We have not had a ball hit fair yet. In fact, we've only had one that was inside the field of play that was foul. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Calvin. And that one is hit down the right field line. That'll go out of play. So Claiborne now with 2 strikes on him. Let's see if we get the curve here. Greg, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. What was the last pitch? Fastball?
I think it was a fastball, yeah.
So then I would anticipate a
1 ball,
curve.
2 strikes, and then Whitford steps off. The lefty comes home. That was a fastball line drive right at the
shortstop.
2 out. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Jeremy Ricourt.
When I did the JFK Colonia softball game, I believe there is a Ricourt.
There is.
On the girls' softball.
I did Woodbridge and JFK last week. There's a young lady on the Mustangs softball team.
Great game the other day, Craig. The Colonia's got a very good record, and JFK was young, but they went into extra innings. JFK gave them all they can handle. Yeah.
You like to watch an exciting game. It's fun.
Yeah. That the freshman, the Lorenzen girl.
She's good.
Lorelei. Yep. She is something. She made a couple of sliding catches in center field that were quite amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Ricourt fouls that one off, and the count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Is 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Bottom of the first, I should say.
Yep.
There's a strike at the knees. Rich is a little slow behind the plate there calling some of these. I can't hear him, so.
Yeah, you're looking for the.
I'm looking for the hand sign. There's one in the dirt, ball 3. I saw Whitford shake off the catcher twice. I've only seen him throw 2 pitches, so maybe one of those things I think is a curveball is actually a changeup. So.
Yeah, it's tough to tell from this angle.
Yeah, we're on the side, folks, and so it's tricky to see. And he's a lefty, so he turns right back to it. That was in the dirt. I think that was a curve. We don't have the benefit of a scoreboard that says curveball.
Yeah.
73 miles an hour.
and the scoreboard is kind of out of our line of sight too but we do appreciate the cover to the production team.
That's right.
We appreciate
the
that.
best in the business.
Absolutely.
By a mile. Here's the windup. The pitch swung on. Little dribbler to third. Third baseman fields it cleanly, but the throw is a little bit short. The first baseman had to reach out for it, didn't get it, so that'll be an error. Who are you giving the error to there, Greg? The third baseman or the first baseman?
I'm saying first baseman. You know, the third baseman had the benefit of a hop that just came right to him, and it wasn't a bit, looked like a strike, but it was tailing a little bit, and I think it threw the first baseman off. But
Record's on with the error, and that'll bring the cleanup hitter, Ryan Samaru. Ryan looks like a hitter.
Yeah.
He's got a good stance. Let's see if Record tries to get himself into scoring position with 2 out. But was not running on that play. I don't know if he can steal. Samaru takes a strike.
Certainly got a good lead.
Good lead.
Yeah.
That one is
Good
fouled
swing.
off the catcher. That kind of hurt. It's not a cold day. Not one of those biting cold days, but it's not warm either.
No.
So, but
the other day at the softball game that I was talking to you about, the wind was blowing. The papers were everywhere. You had to keep like this, your hands on the papers the whole time.
So, Samaru behind in the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. With 1 on, 2 out. Long look over at first, and he comes home, and this one's hit in the air to right field. Backing up is the right fielder. He's under it. He'll make the play, and that'll do it for the first inning. So no runs, 1 man left on, and at the end of 1, we're all tied at 0. Come on back, everybody. And welcome back, everybody. We head to the second, no score.
And it looks like for the Bombers, number 8, Hunter Almeida is the cleanup batter. He's leading off here in the top of the second inning.
Almeida, you said? Last name?
Almeida.
Yep.
That sounds like a Portuguese name, if you ask me.
We set the defense for you in a second for JFK.
Okay, so pitching, of course, we know is R.J. Coleman. Natatello Harvey is behind the plate. Donovan Claiborne at first. Second base is Jeremy Ricourt. Justin Rodriguez at short. And Ryan Rivera at third base. Moving to the outfield. Left field, Joshua Torres. Calvin Claiborne in center field. And Ryan Samaru in right field. And that's your Mustang defense. It's out in the field right now.
1-1 to Almeida. Not much offense so far.
No.
That one's up high.
High and a little inside.
Ball 2. Coleman threw 17 pitches in that first inning. Struck out all 3 batters that he faced.
Worked hard to do that, though,
He
right?
did, though, yeah. There were a lot of balls. At least one of them was a full count. That one is hit on the ground right at Rodriguez. He throws it on a little bit low. Nice scoop.
Yep.
By Ricourt. No, I'm sorry, by Claiborne.
Yeah, very nice scoop.
And that'll be it. 1 out, and that'll bring up, we don't know. We'll tell you in a minute.
I didn't grab it.
Uh-oh, tricky when we get a lefty. We
Yeah.
can't see their number, folks. That's our problem here.
Can you get a number? 29.
Thank you. Anthony Kenny for the Bombers, batting in the 5th position. Speaker Coughlin showing off his veteran broadcasting here with his charts of the defense and an official scorebook. Makes life a lot easier.
I can't remember all this stuff. That one is in the dirt for ball 2. So Kenny ahead now in the count. 2-0, I should say. Good hitters count. This is the. Yeah, I think Coleman was behind to Almeida too. So this when he gets him to foul it off, and so it's 2-1 now. Kenny was behind on that one. Long, hard looking to the catcher. Harvey sets up low and outside. And there's a strike. Nice pitch on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just a little outside, I guess, and so the count goes full again. And I shouldn't say again, as I said. Coleman's thrown a bunch of pitches so far. I don't know what kind of pitch count he's on, but he's already in the mid-20. Now when it's fouled off, count stays full.
He's having a pretty good at-bat here.
Yeah.
Anthony
They've
Kenny.
been late on this ball. I think he needs to, challenge them.
Yeah, good point.
And that one's hit in the air. Claiborne giving chase. Nice play to run that down in deep left center field.
Beautiful. That was well hit.
Calvin Claiborne, nice play.
Caught that on a full run.
He did.
Nice defense there. 2 outs.
2 out.
And I believe up next will be A.J. Zapotykny, if I have that right. Number 14, A.J. Zapotykny.
There's a strike. That one had some zip on it.
Yeah, a little
you
pop.
Hear that pop from up here. That was nice.
Yep, absolutely. A little low, I guess.
That one's hit. That's going to be our first base hit of the game. That's going to drop in right in front of Claiborne. Nothing he could do about that.
Number 1, Ayash Mehta for the Bombers up now, and he's in the 7th position in the batting order for Sayreville.
We have our Bombers have their first base runner of the day. There he is. I'm trying to get. There's a ball. So,
umpire Dowd called that one a strike. Craig, one thing I can tell you from spending some time with Dennis is Dowd, the umpire behind the plate, he's very dedicated. He's always going to some kind of training seminar.
Really? Good for him.
Yeah.
He makes himself a better umpire all the time. That one's fouled off.
He takes a lot of pride in it, for sure. That I can attest to.
Coleman ahead now in the count. 1-2.
Oh, that was a nice move. Very nice move.
Got back in time, though.
Yep.
Did Zapotsky. Sorry. To the folks at home from his family who are yelling at the television right now about how I mispronounced his name badly.
Between the two of us, I think we still haven't got it right, but
no, I don't think we've even come close, to tell you the truth. It's Z-A-P-O-T if you're scoring at home. Z-A-P-O-T-I-C-N. I'm sorry, Z-N-Y.
Zapotykny. Zapatik's knee.
There
It's
he
going.
goes. There's a ball up high. Throws a little bit long. Was up high. It was a nice position for Harvey to come out and make the throw because the ball was high. But the throw was overthrown. So a stolen base for AJ.
And we still have the 7th batter, Meta, up.
First runner in scoring position of the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Meta.
Down low.
Down low.
Nice block there by
Harvey.
Nutella Harvey, yeah. Using his body as the backstop.
That's how you're taught, right?
Yep.
He did it right. Kept it in front of him. Kept the runner at second. And the runner will score on a base hit. Well, at least on an outfield base hit. Where that is important is he wouldn't necessarily score on an infield hit. And this one slapped foul down the first baseline. It'll go foul. And he won't score on a wild pitch. So keeping him at second matters.
It was a nice swing there. That was an outside pitch that he just took it right up right field. Boy, if that landed fair, that would have been trouble. Two outs here. Puts it in play.
On the ground to the shortstop. Long throw, and it's a little low. And first baseman Claiborne couldn't come up with it. I'm going to give the error to the shortstop on that one. It was a long throw. Now, why the runner is still on second? I don't know. He should have been. There's 2 outs. He should have been off on contact, right?
Yeah.
So AJ Zapata's knee.
So we got number Craig. We have number 18 up, Aiden Kenny, in the 8th position for the Bombers.
Hit foul.
Harvey doing a nice job there behind the plate, keeping everything in front of him as we talked before.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yes, Kenny bats with 2 out and 2 on. So the inning was going along nicely for Coleman. Ground ball by Alameda. And this one's on the ground to second. Record gets it on to first in time, and that'll end the threat. So no runs, a hit for the first time. 2 left on, and at the end of 1.5, it's no score. Come on back. Welcome back, everybody. Greg Ficara, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you as we head to the bottom of the second. No score. The Bombers had a threat. I'm so used to doing Woodbridge games, right? Bombers had a threat in the second, top of the second, but they left 2 men on base.
Latello Harvey is leading off here in the bottom of the second. Takes a nice swing.
Down low. Ball. No, 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm sorry. Number 5 hitter is Harvey. And Whitford's pitch is slapped foul down the first baseline, but that'll go foul. Trying to catch up with some of the numbers so we can give you some of the Sayreville players. Hey Lee, can you get somebody to slowly tell me the numbers for the outfielders? Never mind, I got the 2 of you. I need the right fielder's number, and the second baseman, and first baseman. Right.
Someone give me the second and first baseman. Hold on.
take something off that, does Whitford.
A little change up.
29 is first base. First base is number 29. Working on it now. 6 is second. Number 6 is second base.
So Harvey walks. And that'll bring up Justin Rodriguez.
Can't tell which one. 18 for right field. No, yeah, that is 18. 18 right field.
That'll bring up Justin Rodriguez, the shortstop. His first trip to the plate. First time we've had the leadoff runner on. Let's see what the Mustangs can do with that. As they head towards the bottom of the line. Rodriguez, the number 6 hitter, will be followed by Ryan Rivera. Whitford to the lefty. He'll have a good view of Harvey, but he didn't really hold the runner on the last time. That one's in the dirt. Quick throw down to first.
Nice throw.
Yeah, nice throw, and Harvey almost got himself. Almost a step too far, but he got back.
You know, be able to slip on the way back.
1 ball, no strikes to Rodriguez.
These statistics on offensive statistics, the columns are so long, it's hard to.
Yeah.
You need a ruler.
That was fouled off. Yeah, just 1 ball, 1 strike. Whitford taking his time, very deliberate. There he goes over to first.
They definitely want to keep him there. They're working on it.
Yeah, Harvey gets back in time. Showing a bunt. Quick throw back to first, and ooh, close. Harvey just got back.
Very close.
Rodriguez showed bunt. He took the pitch for a ball, and Kenny had to dive. I'm sorry, Harvey had to dive back. They are playing with fire a little bit over there, Greg, at first. It's been close a couple times. And he swings through that one. Now goes the runner to throw to second.
Wow.
Not in time as Harvey steals second base. So a walk and a steal. And the Mustangs have their first runner in scoring position with Rodriguez at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. That was a strike. He swung through it. It was a hit and run because that was a pure run. Harvey was off. Up high, ball 3. And so now Whitford could pitch himself into trouble here, Greg, with a walk.
That last pitch had some heat on it, though. We
did.
heard that pop again.
Mm-hmm. He's tall left-hander. Looks, he's got, a little bit of heft.
Yeah.
This one's fouled straight back. Whitford threw 19 pitches in that first inning. He's thrown a lot here already in the second. That one's fouled straight back again. This is a long at-bat for Rodriguez. Nobody out. Runner on second for the Mustangs as they bat here in the bottom of the second. Home plate umpire does a little house cleaning. Home plate looks a little dirty because of the weather, I suspect. Whitford checks the runner. He'll come home. Swung on and fouled back again by Rodriguez, making him really work out there, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Foul back again.
Another good swing. I think after that steal, if you second base there, number 7, Suero's certainly got some leg to him. So
Yeah, he does. Yeah. This is going to be the 9th pitch of this at bat. So Rodriguez not giving in.
Rodriguez can just put it in play.
Still, count remains full. Swing and a miss. So Whitford wins that battle.
And it was a battle, Craig. Holy mackerel.
Rodriguez makes the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Ryan Rivera, the third baseman. There's a strike. So Whitford gets ahead of Rivera. No balls and 1 strike. As we play here. There's a strike. That one is foul back.
Good swing.
No balls, 2 strikes. But again, those Kennedy batters really battling once they get 2 strikes on him. And Rodriguez had 9 pitches. This is, already the 4th pitch of this at bat.
Fouls that one right over the dugout.
Yeah, try to put them in categories. We got all kinds of stuff here, folks.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a miss. He swung over the top of that one. 2 out now. And that'll bring up Donovan Claiborne.
According to our chart here, batting average is .303 for Claiborne, so.
Yeah, it's not Claiborne. I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Claiborne.
Claiborne, yeah. Yeah, it's not clear, right? Big lefty there. That foul ball. We got to be on our toes over here. I don't know about you, but I'm jumping behind the camera guy.
I'm counting on you to catch it. It's my plan. Claiborne batting 300, and he's batting 8th in the lineup. Swings through that one. That one had some zip on it. So Whitford can bring it. He's thrown a couple of balls that have. He's thrown right by the Kennedy batters. He messes around with a curveball, that's considerably slower, and a changeup. Checks the runner. He'll come home. There you see, he took something off of that one, and that one's fouled back. So again, with 2 strikes, the Kennedy batters, you gotta like what they do. They don't give in. They battle. Now the last 2 have ultimately struck out. There's strike 3.
Oh boy, that had some smoke on it.
It did.
Huh?
So Whitford gets his 4th strikeout of the game. The Mustangs waste the leadoff base runner, and that'll take us to the end of the 2nd with no score. Come on back, everybody. And welcome back, everybody. We head to the 3rd, no score. Here from JFK High School. Craig Coughlin, Greg Ficara, happy to be with you on this cloudy day.
A little breeze picking up all of a sudden.
It was beautiful this weekend as we head into May. It's a cold April, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Bombers, number 6, the 9th batter, Matt Corby. Corby playing second base. Called strike, first pitch.
This one's lifted into right field. Coming on is Sam Rohr. I'm sorry, Sam Rue.
Nice.
Samaru.
Lou, you're talking in our ear.
One out. Nice play by Samaru. And that'll bring up the top of the lineup in the person of Jake Romiello. Romanello
Yep.
struck out his first time up.
Romanello is the left fielder.
Nobody on. One out. Coleman's pitch, a little bit short. Take something off of that. It was in the dirt. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. I'm sorry, 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the 3rd. Haven't had any real scoring threats. Closest anybody's gotten is second base. That one is a little bit low. It's gotten one closer to that the last couple, but a little bit low this time. So 3 balls, no strikes. Good hitters count, of course, for Romanello. Let's see if he has the green light. There's a strike. This one's on the ground. The shortstop, Rodriguez, up with it cleanly, throws it on to first in time, and there's
Nice
2
job.
away.
Good clean fielding.
2 out. And that'll bring up Michael. What's his name?
Where are we at here? I'm sorry.
Colonello.
Michael, Colonello.
Colanello.
And Colonello is the center fielder for the Bombers.
Colanello struck out, looking his first time up. So 2 out, nobody on. Sort of a check swing.
Yeah.
Send it down the first base line. No balls, 1 strike.
That's correct. 1/4.
Coleman's having a better inning quick inning this year. He's at 41 pitches through 2. He's only thrown 7 this inning, I started this inning. That'll preserve his longevity.
Low and in the dirt on that one.
Number 3 hitter, Novak, waits on deck. Coleman's pitch. That one's up a little bit high, and so 2 balls and 1 strike for Colanello. Nice pitch there. He took something off of that.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes now. Getting a little chillier.
Breeze picking up.
Now it's in the dirt. Full count again. So I jinxed Coleman. Talking about how his inning had gone quicker. No need to thank me, Mr. Coleman. Slow pace to this game. Swing and a foul. So the count remained full. I'm not sure he really didn't think he had a piece of that. It didn't sound like it.
Yeah.
Nobody reacted to it.
I think it hit the catcher in the helmet.
Well, it hit something. I mean, it hit the, but I didn't hear the bat ping. Colanello didn't break for first, though. So, and there's ball 4.
He had a little trouble with that batter finding the strike zone, that's for sure.
First walk of the game.
Novak up for the Bombers, right? Number 28.
Yep. Michael Novak is the batter. Ah, there we go. We don't have his name on the list, so he may be
found
the catcher. See, when you need some detective skills to be an announcer.
Absolutely.
Well, we hope. Like, there could be, the catcher could be somebody else, and this guy could be the DH. We'll never know.
There goes the runner.
A little outside. Ball is going to take a bounce. It's going to be a stolen base for Colanello, I should say. Two balls, no strikes. So the Bombers have their second base runner in scoring position. Zapata is knee. Zapata Nick Z. That one gets past Harvey. Into third will go Colanello on the wild pitch. Now we have our first base runner at third during the game and a 3-0 count for Novak, but there are 2 outs. Let's see if they give him the green light. He's the number 3 hitter in the order. Decent chance that'll happen. Nope, takes it for a strike. 3-1 now. Almeida waits on deck. Almeida grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. And he is the catcher. He's got the gear on, so.
Straight up.
So, that, you know what that tells us, of course, is that the pitcher is not batting. And Novak is the DH. Right?
Yep.
Because the catch, Hunter Alameda. And there's a strike. So Coleman gets out of the inning as he strikes out Novak with a runner on third. And that'll do it for the Bombers in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on at the end of 2.5. No score. Come on back, everybody. And welcome back, everybody. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Greg Ficara, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you from Mustang Park here on the campus of JFK.
Number 1, Joshua Torres is starting and leading off.
I just designated it Mustang Park. I'm not sure there's any official designation of that, but hits the first pitch, lost it into center field. Makes the catch is that may be Colanello.
I think we got that one right. We got 1 out.
Number 10 is Colanello, that's right. All right, so I think we have made a switch now. Colanello is the center fielder, and Romanello, he is the designated hitter.
Yep. Cherry up at bat for the Mustangs.
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, by the 7th inning, we will have this correct.
Yes. Isaiah's second at bat.
Struck out his first time up. There's a swing and a miss. He had a big cut on that one.
Absolutely.
2 balls, 1 strike now to Isaiah Cherry.
The offensive chart has Isaiah batting .339. Pass ball.
We do have some info from Sayreville. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's the strike. Full count now to Cherry. 1 out. That one's hit hard. Nice. No, kind of ate up the second baseman Corby.
Yeah.
Let's give him a hit on that. Hit it hard. Corby couldn't get there in time. Got there in time to try to make an attempt with his backhand, but that ball chewed him up, and so Cherry has a hit.
He did a pretty good job of keeping the ball in the infield, Craig.
First hit of the game for the Mustangs.
Calvin Claiborne up, number 8.
Calvin hit a line drive right at the shortstop his last time up. This one's hit hard in a hole. That's going to be through for a base hit. Cherry stops at second, and the Mustangs have something going here with 1 out. Back-to-back base hits by Cherry and Claiborne, and that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Jeremy Ricourt.
It's the heart of their lineup. Ricourt batting .357 so far this season.
That's a good number. JFK being more aggressive in the count this time. Claiborne swung at the first pitch. Torres swung at the first pitch to start off the inning. That one was way up high and outside to Ricourt, so he wisely took that. Mustangs here with a chance. No score. There's the throw. He got it picked off.
Yeah.
Nice play by Whitford. Now to throw on the third. That gets past the third baseman. Cherry thought about it, but he raced home.
He went for the pickoff.
So Claiborne gets picked off.
And then the second baseman went to third.
We've seen Whitford come close before.
Yeah, that was a very nice move.
Now it's just third.
Cherry goes to third on the play.
And we have 2 outs.
So that pickoff, they had him dead to rights. There's a strike. Yep.
Yeah, it was right when he just said, hey, there's no pickoff. It just happened.
1 ball, 1 strike. He took something off of that, but that's high and outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Ricourt.
Had it been a little bit better throw over here at third, they might have been in business.
Yeah, he wasn't. Here the pickoff play was very effective. Whitford got it to the first baseman, who tagged him out. There's a strike. Yeah, looked like a strike. Whitford taking his time. Here's the windup, and a pitch slapped foul down the third base line, or first base line. So the count stays at 2-2. Whitford steps off the rubber. One's in the dirt, bounces wide. Here comes the Cherry to home, and the catcher can't pick it up. Alameda couldn't handle it cleanly, and the Mustangs have the first run of the game on that wild pitch.
I guess that's what you call manufacturing a run,
It
right?
really is, yeah. Ball was low, was in the dirt. Count's now full on record, but it skipped away. Almeida kept it not too far, but then he couldn't handle it as he got over there. And so with 2 outs, Cherry scores, and the Mustangs have a 1-0 lead. The base is empty now. This one's hit on the ground up the middle. It's going to be a long throw for Crosby. Not in time.
Beats it out.
Corby, I'm sorry. So there's another base hit for the Mustangs. 2 of those have been on the infield variety.
Record did a nice job of hustling down there. Ryan Samaru up now for the Mustangs.
He flew out to right field his first time up. Woodford is dangerous. He's picked off a run already. Goes over there again. That ball was a little bit high. Anthony Kenny made a nice catch on that. Checks the runner, comes home, swing, and a miss by Samaru. He had a big cut at that one. He's the cleanup hitter, so he gets a big cut.
Yeah. 16 at bats and 6 hits according to the chart.
Woodford took something off of that one, and there's strike 2 to Samaru. Mustangs with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd. The rain has stopped. It's just a little drizzle when we got underway. This one's hit it hard in the air. Running over is Colinello. He makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the Mustangs take the lead on the wild pitch. They lead 1-0 at the end of 3. We'll be back. Join us. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Ficara, Crick Coughlin, as we head to the top of the 4th. Mustangs took a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. We are set. Barons, I did it again. The Bombers will send up their number 4, 5, and 6 hitters: Hunter Alameda, Anthony Kenny, and AJ Zapadnik. And I apologize. I said I didn't have any statistics. I was wrong. Dead wrong. We have some. And so, good news, everybody. Leading off is Hunter Alameda. He comes into the game. Let's see. Batting .265. He's got 5 RBIs. 2 extra base hits.
Held up on that one, takes it for a ball.
There's the strike. Nice pitch by R.J. Coleman. Coleman, as we said, came into the game with a 5.09 ERA. Had 23 strikeouts on the season. He's walked 20, as we said. Throws a lot of pitches. He's at 61 coming into this inning.
And he is he's a sophomore. Coleman is.
3-1 now to Alameda.
Alameda goes to first, base on balls. Up next is Anthony Kenny.
Kenny, he flew out to center field his first time up.
Looks like lefty with a.
Kenny batting just 182 on this season. Does have a couple of RBIs. In 33 plate appearances. Swing and a miss. That was a fast one from Coleman. That's as hard as we've seen him throw all day, I think, Greg.
Absolutely, yeah. That was pretty mighty cut there, too, by...
Yeah, big cut by Kenny, but he swung right through it. The lefty. Throw over to first. Not in time.
Pretty nice move, though, right on spot.
Yeah, it was. Alameda gets back. Almeida's a pretty decent lead over there at first. Coleman comes home. There's a strike.
Mustangs are active in the bullpen over there along the right field line.
It looks like
Number 9, Justiel Valdez.
Coleman paying a lot of attention to Almeida. He's the tying run. There's one inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Alameda. Swing and a miss. He fooled him on that one.
Yeah, definitely a late swing. So that's the first out.
So 1 away. And that'll bring up the Poddick's knee. I'm sorry, folks. I just can't. I
think you're close. I think you're close phonetically.
That one's hit hard into right field. Backing up is Samoro. Makes the catch.
Goes back
for
to
the
first base.
2 out. And that'll bring up Ayash Maeda. Maeda comes into the game batting just 115. A couple of RBIs on the season.
Yash just a shortstop for the Bombers. 2 outs.
Should note that the guy who just flew out, Brian. I'm sorry, AJ. AJ Zapotok's knee was batting 200. Coming into the game. There goes a runner. This one's hit down the right field line. It's going to go foul. Zamaru makes a valiant effort, but it falls harmlessly to the ground. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to the shortstop.
I didn't notice that Sayreville put in a runner. Jaden Zidio is the guy on first base now.
There we go.
Number 40.
Running for the catcher. That makes some sense. Nice stop there.
Very
by
nice.
Harvey. Keep it in front of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maeda reached on an error by the shortstop his first time up. There goes the runner. This one's hit hard in the left field. Backing up is Torres. Is he going to get there? He's not.
On the warning
and it
track.
bounces over the fence on the first hop.
It's a nice shot.
And that's a double. Cost the Bombers a run, though, by going out being a ground rule double.
Yeah.
Because the runner would have scored on that. So Maida loses an RBI, and the Mustangs keep the lead. And that'll bring up Aiden Kenny, I'm sorry, the right fielder. That was hit hard by Maida.
Yeah, I'll say.
And 1-0 Mustangs here in the top of the fourth. Kenny looking for his, no, he's batting 143 on the year. Just one hit. Here's the pitch, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one is hit foul. Let's see if, nope,
Just
gonna
out.
go out of play. Looked like it might stay in, and that Harvey might have a play on it, but ended up going far afield.
It was drifting away.
This one's hit on the ground, but just foul. That one's hit hard, right at the second baseman. Record gets it on to first for the out, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on, and at the end of 3.5, it's JFK 1 and Sayreville 0. Come on back. Head to the bottom of the fourth now for the Mustangs. They'll send up Natello Harvey, Justin Rodriguez, and Ryan Rivera as they hang on to a 1-0 lead.
Natello has a 303 batting average, so we know he can put the ball in play. He's a senior. Baseball's his favorite sport.
Woodford's pitch up high.
Interesting in our background on Natello, he wants to be an athletic trainer, which is a great position, much needed. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah,
Nice
play
play.
there by Aiden Kenny. He gets over there, makes the catch in right center field. 1 away. And that'll bring up Justin Rodriguez. Harvey had walked and stolen a base in his last time up. Rodriguez struck out back in the 2nd inning.
Rodriguez, 229 batting average. Justin's also a senior.
Oh, it is foul back.
Favorite school subject is history.
There we go. Me too. Or mine was. I'm not in school anymore.
No. Every day you go down to Trenton's like school, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Sometimes you're the teacher, sometimes you're the student.
There's
Right.
a strike. Whitford ahead and count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Mustangs put together 3 hits in the last inning, 2 in the infield variety. Sandwiched around a single by Claiborne.
Got him a little bit off there.
2 out now. 5 strikeouts for Whitford. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Ryan Rivera. Ryan struck out his first time up. He swings through a fastball for strike 1. Been a tight game throughout. Not a lot of base runners.
No.
Not a lot of offense. No balls, 2 strikes now.
Rivera's also a senior.
With pitchers in control. Went for just 1 walk. That one is down low.
Ryan's a volunteer firefighter. It's pretty
Wow.
cool. Also volunteers with the Woodbridge First Aid Squad.
Wow, some fine young man. Cares about his community. Thank you, Ryan. This one's hit on the ground to first. Kenny gets it. He's going to flip to Whitford, who gets there just in time for the out. And that'll do it for the Mustangs. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on at the end of 4. 1-0 JFK. Come on back here, everybody. We head to the 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Ficara, Craig Coughlin. Happy to be with you. We got a close one. 1-0 Mustangs. They eked out a run in the top of the 3rd. And they're batting now. I'm sorry, and we head to the 5th now with Sayreville sending up their number 9 hitter and then back to the top of the order. So Matt Corby will lead off. Matt flew out to right field his first time up. Matt batting 125 on the season. R.J. Coleman's been good. And there's a ball. Just 1 hit. And that was back in the 2nd inning. Gave up a single with 2 outs. And then, I'm sorry, then he gave up a double last inning. So he's giving up 2 hits. But no runs. And he's only walked 2, so he's gotten himself in too much trouble. But he's behind here to Corby, 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody on, just underway here in the 5th inning. There's a swing and hit back, kind of may have hit the foot. Nice play by Maeda, but his throw goes wide. He had to hurry that one up. Not sure if it hit the rubber or if it hit off of Coleman's foot.
Did look like it changed course just a little bit.
Did.
So whether it was the rubber or his foot.
Well, they're going to give him a base hit on that one. It was a tough play.
Yeah.
So the 3rd hit for the Bombers. And that'll bring up Jake Romanello. He struck out, rounded out to shortstop.
He holds off on that, but called a strike.
Got 229 on this season. 5 RBIs. Tied for the lead on the Bombers with 5. Tied with Anthony Kenny and
Swing and a miss.
Hunter Almeida. Has a couple of doubles. So he's got the opportunity to base hit, to do something here. But he's behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off. No, it wasn't fouled off. I thought it was fouled off. It was a ball. And Corby goes down to 2nd on a stolen base.
He had a nice jump on that.
He did. So now let's see how the Bombers play this. Will they got the leadoff runner at 2nd. They trail 1-0. Will they sacrifice? They got the top of their lineup up.
1 out.
Coleman's came into this inning with 80 pitches already. He's up to 86. I don't know how much longer he'll go. There was some action earlier in the JFK bullpen. Take something off of there, but it's in the dirt. So now our count is...
Yeah, the coach is out there now talking to the players in the bullpen.
There's a throw to 2nd. He's safe. A little bit of a wild pitch there as it gets away from Harvey. And now Corby is down at 2nd. One out. Colanello.
6.
Colanello's up. Okay. He's
Yeah.
got 2 balls. I didn't see the out by Romanello. I don't know what he did. Do you?
No, I think he struck out.
Okay. Well, he did now. There's a ball. 3-1 now. Sayreville has some action in its bullpen as well. Big spot here. 1-0 lead. Tying run on third. 1 out. Coleman's pitch is hit hard in the right field. That's going to be a base hit. That will tie the game. Fielded cleanly by Samaru. Colanello has an RBI single, and we are all tied at 1 as Corby comes home.
Novak up, the left fielder.
Novak struck out twice in his 2 plate appearances. He was running on the play was Colanello.
Yeah, Sayreville's being very aggressive on the bases now.
Yep.
Umpire took one there. That one hit his shin guard.
Michael Novak leads the Bombers in hitting. He's batting .297 coming into today's game. That one's up way high. Runner on second represents the go-ahead run for the Bombers. Still action in the JFK bullpen. There's a pitch outside. 3-0 now. Tough spot here for R.J. Coleman. He's been terrific. He's given up the tying run here in the top of the 5th. He wheels around, throws to second, but not in time. Colanello got back just ahead. Tag.
It was like a cross-body balk on the shortstop.
Yeah. Full count. 1 out, 1 run in. Top of the 5th. Here's the pitch, and that's down low. Ball 4. And so now the Bombers have something going. 2 on, 1 run in.
Here comes
Only
the Kennedy
1 out,
coach.
Here comes the Kennedy coach. And I suspect we'll see a pitching change. Coleman slaps the ball in his glove. He's not happy.
He's certainly struggling a little bit this inning.
But he's pitched a fine game. He's given up just 2 hits coming into this inning. Gave up a couple of hits this inning. He must be tired. As I said, he was at about 80 pitches coming into the inning. And he's got to be well over 90.
He's not a big fella in stature, but he throws that ball hard.
I have him at 96 pitches. I'd be surprised. Looks like they're leaving him in. They certainly haven't gone to the bullpen.
Just checking in with him. He's
going to leave him in.
Yep.
You said he's just a sophomore, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Just a sophomore. Talked a little bit about him.
Okay. So coach going to leave him in, and he will face Hunter Almeida, the catcher. Hunter has grounded out to the shortstop and walked. About 1:15 coming into the game. There's a throw back to second. There's a strike. Coleman needed that one.
Yeah.
2 on, 1 out. could really use a double play here. Tries to keep it the game tie as we play in the 5th. There's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Almeida. Go back to second. It's the third time I think they've tried that.
Yep. You know that they want to keep them close.
Yep. Don't want to keep them close in case there's a base hit. You want to try and get a play at the plate. That one's low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. To Hunter Almeida.
Good job by the catcher keeping that ball in front.
That one is high. Ball 3, 3-1 now. Terrific hitters count for Almeida, number 4 hitter. This is a dangerous place for young Mr. Coleman. Let's see if they send. No, it's 3-1. I'm sorry. They won't be sending the runners. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. He mustered that one up. Nice pitch there by R.J. Coleman. He needed that strike. Now if count is full. Let's see what Sayreville does with their runners. Think they'll be in motion?
I think there's a good chance.
Not hold them on at first. Nope, they're not. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So a big strikeout there for R.J. Coleman. 2 away.
Nice work by the young sophomore.
6th strikeout of the game. 2nd this inning. So if he's tired, he's not showing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fixes his pant leg. And looks in at the number 6 hitter. I'm sorry, number 5 hitter. That's Anthony Kenny. Kenny batting just 182. Got a couple of RBIs. Here's the lineup. The pitch popped up down the left field line. Coming over hard is Torres. Will he get there? Nope. Gave it a valiant effort, did Joshua Torres, but didn't get there, and so the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
So I believe Sayreville's in the same division as Kennedy, which means they'll probably play again tomorrow at Sayreville.
Oh, really? There you go. Greg, you know your stuff. Home and home, huh?
Yeah.
There's a strike.
That was developed, Craig, a number of years ago when I was an AD, so it had to be pre-2012.
Oh, really?
And the purpose was so that a team couldn't ride to the playoffs on one pitcher.
There's a swing and a little nubber. Let's see. Coleman's going to let it run foul wisely. I don't know. Not sure he would have gotten Kenny, and Colanello was going to score. You know, we saw the Mustangs win a state championship really effectively with one pitcher. Schneider, Schneider, I think was his name. He also caught. He pitched, I think, 5 games in the state tournament because of rainouts, and I think he closed in one. They really rode him. There's a swing and a miss. Gets past. No, it's a foul ball. He tipped it.
Yeah, just a little bit. Actually, the originator of that rule, and he convinced the entire GMC baseball community, was Jerry Smith, who's now the athletic director.
Oh, really?
Yep, and Jerry coached. I think Jerry might have coached that team, or it was his son that went to the states that you were referring to. But Jerry's a big baseball guy.
Well, they won it. They didn't just go. They won.
Yeah. that situation in the state playoffs, though, when and even in the GMC playoffs, if weather becomes a factor and it spaces out time in there, you could still ride those pitchers.
Because there's a number of days rest, right? After based on innings. This one is hit on the ground.
Puts
this
it in
time.
play.
Claiborne gets it. He's going to take it himself. Steps on the bag, and that'll do it. But the Bombers pick up a run. They tie the game on 2 hits. They leave 2, and at the end of 4.5, we're all tied at 1. Come on back. Back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Game tied at 1. Leadoff hit a little ground ball foul. That's Donovan Claiborne. Claiborne struck out his first time up.
Claiborne is a junior. His favorite sport is baseball.
That's what foul down the left field line.
And his favorite subject is science.
There we go.
And he likes rap and R&B. Black Panther is his favorite movie.
It's a good movie. You see it?
No, I didn't.
Excellent movie. Whitford goes back out there for the 5th inning.
He had some.
He was only at 69 pitches through 4.
He thought some humming that one.
Giving him some length here. This one's hit hard into left center field. Anybody get it? Nope, it's going to drop. Claiborne rounds first. His head easily in his second. And so he's on with a leadoff double. And the Mustangs are in business here in the top of the 5th. I'm sorry, in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, it's a nice way to start off the inning.
Exactly.
Joshua Torres up. Joshua's batting .214 as of this game.
Let's see. He's the 9th hitter. Let's see. You think will they try to sacrifice?
Joshua's a senior. Oh.
Ball gets into the outfield, but Claiborne can't advance.
Josh's favorite sport is baseball. Infinity War Marvel is his favorite movie. R&B is his favorite music, and history is his favorite subject.
And he tries to bunt there.
Yep.
He gets a little piece of it, but goes foul.
Most memorable baseball moment, walk-off hit against Woodbridge.
Well, that would be remembered.
Yeah.
If I were him.
Crosstown rival, that's for sure.
Always, right? We always see that. And the time I made this shot against.
Nice bunt.
First baseman field is only one play. Goes to first. Kennedy thought he had beaten the play, but sacrifice goes.
Yeah, he called him out.
3-4, 1 out.
So
Claiborne gets to third. Let's see what happens now. Kennedy complains that they thought he beat the throw, but to no avail.
Did a nice job of moving the guy over to third.
He did, yep. It was his job. I think they thought they stole one here, and that'll bring up Isaiah Cherry.
I know when I was reading before, it said interesting things that people should know about me. As Isaiah put, I lift. And by looking at the size of him, no kidding.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Isaiah struck out in the first. He singled in the third and came around to score on a wild pitch. The only run of the game for the Mustangs. Here he has a chance to give them the lead. Go ahead, Greg.
His favorite subject is science.
Hard. That's
Whoa.
a base hit right over the third baseline. That's going to be extra bases. Cherry will head to second. Claiborne scores. And the Mustangs take a 2-0 lead on the double down the the left field line by Isaiah Cherry. I'm sorry, what were you going to say about Isaiah?
No, Isaiah's favorite subject is science. Favorite music is everything. Favorite movie, The Dark Knight. And his favorite sport is baseball. Maybe I have him confused then when I was talking about football in Delaware.
Maybe. Whitford stays in the game. 1 ball, no strikes to Calvin Claiborne. Calvin lined out to the shortstop. Singled in the 3rd.
Boy, both pitchers are still throwing pretty strong, Craig.
Yeah, they really are. And got picked off, did Calvin. 2-0. Kennedy is taking the lead, 2-1. Chance to get a little distance between them and the Bombers. And one is in the dirt. Ball 3. Sayreville has had bullpen action over the last couple of innings, but Whitford will stay in. Although the catcher looks like he's out there killing time. Usually you see that when you're ready to bring somebody else in. No movement yet by the Sayreville coach, and so he'll pitch on. Three and 0 to Calvin Claiborne. Let's see if he gets the green light. Jeremy Ricourt sits on deck. There's a strike, so whatever the catcher said worked. To Dennis Whitford. Left-hander. He's giving the Bombers some good innings here. There's a strike. 3 to full count now. So Whitford battles back. He was down 3-0 in the count, and now he's got it back to 3-2. Cherry leads away, swings and misses. So terrific job there by Whitford as he comes all the way back after being down 3-0 in the count. Strikes out Claiborne, and that'll bring up Ricourt. Ricourt has reached on an error and singled in his 2 trips to the plate.
Both pitchers are still throwing strong.
They are.
Jeremy is a junior. His favorite movie is Sandlot. Favorite sport is baseball. Ricourt
There's a strike.
He likes Spanish rap, Bad Bunny. And his favorite subject is math. And his most memorable moment is his first home run in travel ball. I would imagine you would remember that.
I bet you would. Whitford with 6 strikeouts. Now he's ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. There's a ball. Whitford tried to get him a chase. Ricourt would have none of that, and so it's 1-2. Number 3 hitter in a Mustang lineup.
Not too many substitutes yet, right, Craig?
No.
On either side.
There's been one pinch runner. That one's on the ground to the shortstop. Maida's up with it. Throws it on to first in time for the out, and that will do it. But the Mustangs take the lead on the double by Claiborne and the single by Cherry. And after 5 innings, it's 2-1 JFK. We'll be back. Stay with us, everybody. And welcome, everyone, as we head to the 6th. 2-1 now. Mustangs on top. Sayreville will send up their number 6, 7, and 8 hitters. On the mound now for the Mustangs is Justiel Valdez. Valdez is 0-1 on the season. He's appeared in 3 games. He's pitched 9 innings. Started a couple of those games. He's given up 15 hits and 13 runs. 10 of them earned. Walked 6, struck out just 2, and he pitches to a 7.78 ERA.
Up for the Bombers is A.J. Topsinski. I added a ski in there.
Yeah. It's
Zapatiskin.
there's a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Zapatsky? It's ZNY at the end, so it's Zni. He swings through this one. AJ, as we like to refer to him here around the booth. AJ singled to center his first time up. He stolen a base, and then he flew out to right field in the 4th. This one is hit far but foul down the left field. I got out in front of that one. Justiel Valdez is just a sophomore. A lefty throws that one in the dirt, and count goes full now. 3 balls and I'm sorry, the scoreboard says 2-2. I had it as 3-2. Well, we'll find out if there's another ball. Who was right? Who was wrong? Mustangs took the lead on a couple of doubles. Last inning, we're back to back. There was a sacrifice in the middle. This one is hit on the ground right at the third baseman. But his throw is high, so Rivera fields it cleanly and then throws it over the head of Claiborne, and the Bombers have a leadoff runner on the E5.
Ayash Maeda up, the shortstop.
He hit he had a ground rule double his last time up. It actually cost the Bombers a run. If it hadn't bounced over the fence, the runner Almeida was going to score. Instead, he ended up at third, and Coleman got out of the jam when he got Kenny to ground out. So good job by Coleman. Valdez. Faces his second batter. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, sorry.
That one's low. Ball 2.
Down in the dirt.
Zapoticsny leads off first. That's where we're going to go. Zapoticsny.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Throw over to first.
I was just going to say his.
Valdez a lefty, so he had a good look at.
Yeah, and his lead, Zapoticsny's lead was not the typical Sayreville. They've been pretty aggressive on the bases. There he goes.
Throw, he's not going to get him.
Wow.
So he tried to pick him off. Zapoticsny steals the base.
No outs.
And the tying run goes down to second. Count stays 2-1 to Maeda. Maeda has a couple of RBIs this year. Sayreville coach talking to the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what that's about.
I think he was just verifying the count.
Huh. He pushes a bunt.
Nice bunt. Very nice
Claiborne
bunt.
can't handle it.
Wow. Boy, that was the ideal spot for a bunt.
He really was.
Very nicely done by Maeda. So now they got.
He surprised everybody.
Yeah, it's very nicely done. Boy, he flew down there, too.
Yeah, he's quick. I suspect we will see him on second base in short order. So tough spot here for the Mustangs. 2 on, nobody out. Aiden Kennedy up. He's grounded out twice to the second baseman, and there's going to be a meeting at the mound.
Looks like number 6 in the Mustang bullpen. That would be Chris Cook. If I can, I believe my number's correct out there. Looks that way, right? Number 6.
Yes. Cook, a right-hander. There he is.
So we got a little meeting of the minds there on the mound for the Mustangs.
Now let's see. Do they try to squeeze home the tying run? I don't know. There's nobody out. I suspect that what they're talking about is the likelihood is that Maeda's going to go to second, right?
Right.
Will they throw through, or will they? Is there a play that they have where they either fake the throw through or throw to a different position player and try to get Sabotics need to fall asleep and get off the base?
There's a lot of strategies that are available, both offensive and defensively, in this position.
Kenny's put the bat on the ball both times. He's grounded out to second. Quick throw over to first.
Well, you can tell strategy-wise for the Mustangs, they'd like to keep him on first base, Maeda, if they could.
And they wanted to see if something was up, right?
Yep.
There is. Maeda didn't give it away. Comes home. Ball's outside. Maeda stays put. So much for my theory.
No outs gives the Bombers a lot of options offensively.
Maeda stays put again. Nice stop there by
Very nice.
Harvey.
For a pitcher that just came into the game, he's in the hot water right off the bat, right?
Yeah. An error. A little bunt base hit. And all of a sudden, Valdez has a problem. Everybody stays put. There's a strike.
Nice pitch.
2-1. Yep.
Justiel.
There's another strike. So
Very
nice pitching
nice.
by
Nice job.
Valdez. That was full count now. I am a little surprised that Maeda hasn't gone. I don't think they'll throw through. He's not a lefty up, so I'm trying to keep him hold on. And he had him picked off, but he throws it away, does Valdez. It goes down to right field line. The run will score. The game is tie. Maeda goes all the way around to third, and maybe that was part of the plan.
Sorry, just a little plate.
No, on the wild pickoff throw. Game is now tie at 2. And the count is full. Here's the swing and a ground ball. Nice play there by Ricourt. He holds the runner and goes on to first for the out. Really nice play there by Jeremy Ricourt.
Yeah, he looked him back.
Looked him back. Went away. Now to bring up Matt Corby. Corby flew out his first time up. Then he singled, stole a base, and came around to score on a wild pitch later on. The first run for the Bombers. Game all tie now at 2 apiece. Maeda on third, 1 out. There's one in the dirt. Here comes Maeda home. Ball skips away, and he's going to score. So Maeda read that one. He got a good break, and he scores on the wild pitch, and it's 3-2 Bombers. And so now Corby will bat with the bases empty. loses a chance to get an RBI, does Matt. Had one on the year, batting 125. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to the number 9 hitter. One is low.
Good job by the catcher, again, keeping that ball in front of him, even though there's nobody on base.
Yep. Just good habit to get into, right?
Yep.
There. Going to come home. Here's the pitch. And swung on, and Corby fouls that one off. So the count goes even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes as we play the top of the 6th. Sayreville is taking a 3-2 lead. One out. Valdez swing and
Nice
missed by
pitch.
Corby. That's 2 out now. First strikeout of the game for Valdez. There's 2 away, and back to the top of the order they go to the Bombers in the person of Jake Romanello.
Negative to bases.
There's a ball. Romanello leads the team in at-bat. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not. He's second in the team in at-bats. Second in hits. Tied for second in RBIs, batting 229. This one's hit hard. Let's see, nobody's going to catch that. That's in the gap. That's going to go to the fence. Romanello rounds first. He'll go to second. Will he think about third? He thinks about it, and then he stops and goes back. So Romanello has a double. That's his second double of the season. And that'll bring up Michael Canello. Colanello. Sorry, Michael Colanello leads the team in home runs with 2. He's got the only 2 home runs of the season for the Bombers. 3 RBIs on the season, batting 233. That one is in the dirt for ball 1. Today, Colanello struck out looking. He's walked, and he singled and drove in a run in the 5th.
Good sized kid.
Yep.
Broad shoulders.
This one is in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second is Romanello.
Feels more like a fall day today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than a spring day.
Yep. That one's in the dirt.
Nice job by Notello.
That one is fouled off, so the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. He lunged for that one.
Yeah, I was just going to say he reached for that
He kept himself alive.
You know, Craig, I was talking to Mayor McCormick in the softball game last week. I can't think of any high school that can have a production team with 4 cameras on a baseball game. It's awesome.
I can't either.
You don't miss a thing.
Here's the pitch. Oh, that was close.
Yep.
3 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 out.
production team here at TV 35. Outstanding work.
Absolutely. So as I said, best in the business. And it's about commitment to it, too. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's ball 4.
He held up.
So Colinella's on for the 3rd time this game, and that'll bring up Michael Novak.
No, this I'm just dying to ask because the coach from Sayreville's name is Mike Novak.
All right.
He just looks a little too young to be having a son that's in high school. And I've known Mike for a while.
Mike, the coach?
Yeah. It's kind of a coincidence that they're both Mike Novaks, right?
I mean, it could be his cousin.
Yeah.
Could be his
So now he has to warm up.
nephew.
Just change pitchers.
We're going to get a change here.
Number 6, I think, is the new pitcher.
And coming on to pitch for the Mustangs will be number 6.
Chris Cook.
And that's Chris Cook.
Yeah, we saw him in the bullpen.
Chris Cook is 1-0 on the season. He has 7 innings, played in 5 games, given up 12 hits and 19 runs, 14 of them earned. Walked 11, struck out 11, and he's hit 1 batter. Got an ERA of 14. So Valdez leaves the game.
And second.
He stands to be the loser. Valdez faced 6 batters, retired 2, has 1 strikeout. He walked 1. He deserved a little bit better fate. I mean, he had Zapotnidze on a ground ball, but he reached on an error to start off the inning. Then he gave up a base hit, but that was a bunt base hit. Then he got 2 out. Looked like he was going to get out of the jam. And then Romanello doubled, and Colinello walked, and that would do it for Mr. Valdez.
Yeah. So with 2 at-bats left for the Mustangs, they certainly don't want this to get any further than a...
No, they got to stop in there.
Yeah.
Chris Cook is a senior. Favorite sport is not baseball,
Yeah,
but
it's basketball.
basketball. Favorite movie, any Adam Sandler movie. Likes rap. English is his favorite subject. And his moment, the most memorable moment in baseball was his first varsity win. And who can blame him? Big spot now, though, for Cook. He's got to hold it here. 3-2 Bombers as they bat in the top of the 6th. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in. And there's a strike.
That's a good start for Chris. He's laser focused on getting that out and getting out of this inning and keeping it a 1-point game, 1-run game.
It was in the dirt. It gets by the catcher. And the runners will move up a base. So Colinello will go on the second, and Romanello will go on the third. On a wild pitch. And Michael Novak is in a good place. He struck out twice and walked. But he's tied for the lead with 5 RBIs on the team. Leads the team in batting at 297 coming into today. So it's a big spot for Cook. And a senior delivers a strike. Heading the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch down low. 2-2 now to Michael Novak.
I guess, that's what relievers are expected to do, but you always come in the game in a difficult situation, right?
What's the coach's name? Is it Michael as well?
Yeah, Michael Novak, yeah.
And this is Michael Novak batting?
Mm-hmm.
You sure he couldn't have a son?
Yeah, I don't know. Look at him. He looks like a young guy. I don't know. He's been around for a while. It's a well-respected coach.
Well, the oldest player could be 18, I guess.
Right.
Here's the windup and a pitch. Ball 3. And count is full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Cook got ahead in the count 1 and 2, but he's come back to full. Here's Chris Cook's pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground. Up with it is Rodriguez. His throw.
Nice
dig out there by Donovan Claiborne, and the Mustangs get out of the inning, but not before the Bombers take a lead. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave a couple of runners, and at the end of 5 1/2, it's Sayreville 3 and JFK 2. Come on back, everybody. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Ficara had to go off to a meeting, so we'll be alone for the remainder of the game. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Mustangs with some work to do if they're going to win this game. They trail now 3-2. Whitford is back out on the mound for the Bombers. He's thrown 87 pitches by my count, and there's his 88th, and that's a ball to Ryan Samaru. Ryan has flown out to right and flown out to center in his trips to the plate so far. He's a senior. His favorite sport is baseball. His favorite movie is Grown Ups, as he fouls that one up. R&B is his favorite kind of music, likes math. That's his favorite subject. And his most memorable baseball moment was the game-winning slide against Woodbridge. So there you go. He's played a very solid right field today as well. Hits this one deep. Oh, let's see if the center field can get it. Going back. Nope. Colanello can't catch it. Steaming in the second is Samaru. And just like that, the Mustangs have the tying run in scoring position. Let's tell you about a couple of the other Mustang players who we haven't seen so far. But first, let me give Greg his phone as he gets off to his housing board meeting. Gabe Perez is on the team. He's a junior. Favorite sport is baseball. Favorite movie, Spider-Man. He likes rap. Science, his favorite subject. Most memorable baseball moment is when he won the MVP in Colonia at 12 years old. And anything else he would like, we ask everybody if they'd like us to share anything else. He said, I've played football and baseball since I was 4 years old. Way to go, Gabe. This one is kind of wedged foul, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike on Natello Harvey. Natello walked and stole a base in the second inning. He flew out to center field. That one is up high. They had to throw down to second. Did he get him? He did!
Oh, my God!
Samaru, it was a sacrifice bunt. I think that was what was the plan. But Samaru broke for third, got a little too far, and then got caught. 2-6 if you're scoring at home. He got picked off because he was returning to the base. So he's out 2-6. 1 away. One ball, 2 strikes now to Natello Harvey. There's ball. Full count now. I think I missed a pitch or 2. Harvey comes into the game batting .303. He walked a couple of times. Got 6 RBIs, lost a chance there when Samaru got picked off. Only 1 double. Not a lot of extra base hits, and he walks again. It'll be his 2nd walk of the day, his 3rd on the season. Oh, I'm sorry, his 4th on the season. And that'll bring up schedule is Justin Rodriguez, but this is number 11 now, who's coming to the plate. And that is, let's see, where is that information, ladies and gentlemen? How about that? How about that for being prophetic? That is Gabriel Perez, number 11. Throw over to first. He got him. He got him. Whitford, that's his second batter he picked off. Some sloppy base running here this inning by the Mustangs. 2 out. And Gabe Perez bat. Perez comes into the game batting .273. No RBI, 4 RBIs, I should say. He's got 6 hits on the season. Whitford throws a strike. So Dennis Whitford, the beneficiary of some poor base running by the Mustangs, as Samaru gets picked off a second, and now Harvey gets picked off at first. Is a slow roller, not in time. Corby came up with it, fielded it cleanly, but it was awfully slow, and Perez legged it out. Nice hustle there by Gabe Perez, and that'll bring up Ryan Rivera. Rivera struck out and grounded out to first base. Rivera trying to make something happen here. Hits this one on the ground. AJ Pataki. He goes across the diamond to first, and that'll do it. So the Mustangs strand a runner, and at the end of 6, it's 3-2 Sayreville. Come on back, everybody. We head to the 7th, 3-2 Sayreville. Cook back out on the mound for the Mustangs, and he will face the number 4 hitter, Hunter Alameda, who will be followed by Anthony Kenny and AJ Zapatzi. I swear to God, I feel bad about it. I'm sorry, young man. I just can't get it right. Anyway, and I'm going to stop apologizing. Alameda has grounded out to short. He's walked and struck out. Zapatizny, I'm now told. Zapatizny, and I am so sorry. I hope the Zapatizny family, if you're watching this, can forgive me and now can stop yelling at the TV. Here's Cook's pitch, swung on and fouled off. So we're looking to build on their lead. It's going to be interesting to see if they send Whitford out. He's been terrific, but he's thrown a heck of a lot of pitches. He was at 87 before the last inning. Cook concentrates. Up high, ball 2. Last inning he threw 1-2. Only threw 9 pitches last inning, so 96. Let's see what happens. You know, always got to be careful about young men's arms, right? They only have so many throws in them. 3 balls and 1 strike. Almeida the batter. Goes without saying, but Cook needs to keep this here. Although the Mustangs did muster a bit of an offense last time, they just ran themselves out of the inning. There's strike 2. Cook the wind up the pitch, and he walks him. Cook came in and got out of the inning the last inning, but now he starts off with a walk to Almeida, and that will bring up Anthony Kenny. And we have a pinch runner for Sayreville. That is number 40. Jaden Stio. S-T-I-O. Jordan Jaden over the first. A lot of throws to the bases. A lot of trying to pick off plays here. We saw a number of them at second earlier. And we saw the one that Valdez threw out down the right field line, and that came back to hurt him. This is slap foul. Strike one to Kenny. Cook in his first full inning. There's a strike. Nice pitch by Chris Cook. No balls, 2 strikes now. This one's hit on the ground. The shortstop gets through. Rodriguez couldn't come up with it. Torres fields it and throws it back into the infield, but 2 on and nobody out now for the Bombers. And that'll bring up A.J. Zapatizny. Zapatizny singled, stole a base in the second. He flew out to right field and then scored the tying run, what was the tying run, in the sixth after he reached on an error, stole a base, and it was an error on the pitcher that we talked about before when Valdez threw it away. Cook fakes the throw to second, nobody there. So Zapatizny has had a good game from himself. He's been on base twice. Here's the pitch from Cook. It's outside. First baseman was expecting a bunt there. Claiborne is in on the edge of the infield grass, or turf. He was charging on that play. Let's see if they bunt with Zapatizny. Yep, shows bunt. Then he pulls it back, gets past the catcher, and so accomplishes the same thing as the runners each move up a base, and it'll be second and third with nobody out, and then no balls and 2 strikes. I'm sorry, 2 balls and no strikes on A.J. Zapatizny. JFK brings the infield in. Cook is in a jam. No action in the JFK bullpen. Swing and a miss by Zapatizny. So the count goes to 2-1. This is Cook's game. He's got to get himself out of this inning. There's a hit, hard line drive, base hit. That'll score 2. Nope, they hold Kenny at third. I don't think he might have made it, but a line drive single and an RBI for A.J. Zapatizny. And it's 4-2 Sayreville as Almeida comes around to score. Kenny was stopped at third, and that'll bring up Ayush Mehta. Ayush reached on an error in the second, had a ground rule double in the fourth that cost him an RBI because the runner would have scored. Then singled and scored what was then the go-ahead run in the sixth. Or it is the go-ahead run. As Sayreville looks to add some more insurance. Ball 1 to Mehta. So Mehta with a good day. 2 for 3 and a run scored. RBI. No, I'm sorry, he didn't have an RBI. Zapatizny leads away at first. Claiborne's going to hold him on. That's up high for ball 2. Kennedy on third. Kenny. I'm sorry, on third, Anthony Kenny. There's, ooh, that was close. But Maeda takes the pitch, and the count goes to 3-0. And there's a strike. He was taking all the way on that one. And Cook obliged him and threw a strike. Now we're going to get some action in the Kennedy bullpen. As swing and a miss swung right through that. Nishant Patel kind of sprinted out to the bullpen to start to get ready. This one's hit in the air down the right field line. It's going to be foul. Let's see if anybody can catch it. Nope. Falls to the ground. And so the count will stay full at 3-2. Sayreville bats here in the top of the 7th. They've got a 4-2 lead. And this one is hit hard into center field, right at Claiborne. He'll make the catch. Kenny tags and goes home from third. He'll make it as the ball's cut off. Zapatizny stays at first, but Maeda has an RBI on a sacrifice fly. One away. But the Bombers add to their total. There's a strike as Cook faces Aiden Kenny. Kenny grounded out to second all 3 times up. And now Harvey's going to trot out and talk to Cook. Quick conversation. Maybe just wanted to get up and stretch the legs. Throw over to first. Nice scoop there by Claiborne. Claiborne, should say. A little bit low, and Kenny lays off. Count goes to 1-1. Cook looks in intently. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike. Nice pitch by Chris Cook. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. He's ahead in the count. There goes the runner, and Kenny does a nice job at slapping that one foul to stay alive and protect the runner. Swing and a miss. I think that was a little tip. Nice catch. Nice job by Harvey to hold on to that. But Kenny strikes out. And that's the first strikeout of the game for Cook. And that'll bring up Matt Corby. Corby flew out to right field. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the first run for the Bombers in the 5th. And then struck out in the 6th. 1 ball, no strikes, so he immediately gets ahead in the count. 2 out. Zapatizny on first, and he fouls as Corby fouls that one off. If you're looking ahead, it's going to be the bottom of the lineup for the Mustangs. Donovan Claiborne will lead off. He'll be followed by Joshua Torres, and then back to the top in a person of Isaiah Cherry. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Throw to second. Gets into the center field, but Zapatizny stays put. But he'll pick up another stolen base. It's his third of the game. And let's see, how many does he have for the year? None. So he came in with none. He's got 3. Here's Cook's pitch, a little bit high. Corby lays off. And the count goes to 2-2. This one's hit on the ground sharply. Nice backhand stop by Recount. Throw to first. No, oh, I thought that was close. Nice pickup by Claiborne. He made a good job. Nice play by Recourt, but just not in time as Corby hustles down first, picks up an infield hit. Zapatizny goes to third, and it's first and third as the Bombers go back to the top of their order in the person of Jake Romanello. And Romanello struck out, grounded out to the shortstop, struck out, and then doubled in his trips to the plate. He got stranded at third, back into sixth. There's a strike. So Cook's had a couple of chances. He's gotten ahead of a few batters, and then they've battled. So good job by the part of Sayreville. That one is way outside to keep the at-bats alive and fight through them and make something happen. Sayreville leads 5-2 as we play the 7th inning here at JFK High School. That one hit the batter. Might have saved the Mustangs a run. Ball got away.
That's
Runners
correct.
can't, well, Corby advances, of course, because he's got to go somewhere since Romanello was coming to first. And Mustangs will have a conference out on the mound, and that's going to be it for Cook.
New pitcher time. Yes, I see it.
Cook a little bit upset with himself, and
Coming
I think it's Patel who's going to come in. Let's see. Yep,
in. Number 4. Correct.
number 4, Nishant Patel. Patel's 0-1 this season. He's pitched just 4 2/3 innings, but he's played in 6 games. Given up only 1 hit. I'm sorry, gave up 11 hits and 17 runs, 9 of them earned. So he's had a bit of tough luck. Only, giving up 9 out of 17 as earned. Walked 7, struck out 2, and he pitches to a 13.5 ERA. So Nishant Patel takes over from Cook. He's the 4th pitcher used by the Mustangs today. Coleman started off, and he pitched into the 6th. Valdez took over to start the 6th. He gave up a couple of runs, and now Cook has given up a couple of runs, and he leaves the bases loaded. So Patel starts off in a tricky little spot here.
I was going to say at that point.
Patel will face Colanello. Michael Colanello has struck out. He's walked, stolen a base. He singled and drove in a run in the 5th. And he's walked. He also has another stolen base. Colanello leads the Bombers with 2 home runs. So Patel needs to be careful. Runners return to their bases.
All right, runners are going back.
Let's see what Patel can do. It goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Mustangs can't afford to give up too many more runs. Yeah, and this is a dangerous spot. Number 2 hitter in the lineup is Colanello.
Well, it just speeds up the game in general.
Batting .233, as I said, but has the only 2 home runs of the year for the Bombers and has 3 RBIs coming into today. Picked up one earlier. Here's Patel's first pitch. It's hit up high, and that'll go out of play. Off to the right. Strike 1, so good job by Nishant Patel to come in and get ahead. He's going to pitch from the windup since the bases are loaded. And there's a ball.
This is top of 7.
Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. Patel now here with a chance to close this out with a strikeout. Although I'm sure Mustangs would be equally happy to have a pop-up or a little ground out. Here's the windup and a pitch. It's outside and high, ball 2. So count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Michael Colanello. That's a ball. Nish Patel is a senior. His favorite sport is baseball. Favorite movie is Central Intelligence. His favorite music is In a Minute by Little Baby. Here's the windup and a pitch, and there's a ball. Ball 4, he walks in the run, finishing that up. Nish Patel's favorite subject is math, and his favorite moment, most memorable baseball moment that is, was beating Monroe in the first round of the GMC tournament last year. That's pretty good, remember? Pretty good memory. But Colanello picks up the RBI on a walk. And the Bombers pick up another run. They lead 6-2. And that brings up Michael Novak. Michael has struck out twice, walked, and grounded out. Came into the game as the leading hitter for Sayreville. He's the 9th batter of the inning. Ground ball. Rivera's throw to first. Not in time. Claiborne made the big stretch, but the throw was a little high, and so Novak beats it out. Gets an infield base hit, another RBI. And Sayreville jumps out to a 7-2 lead now, as Corby scores on that play. And the Bombers have batted around. Number 10th batter of the inning is Hunter Almeida. He let it all off by walking. He came around to score. He's also walked in the 4th, struck out in the 5th, and grounded out in the 2nd. There's a ball. One ball, one strike. And 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So Patel drops that one in. There's a ball, 2 balls, and 2 strikes now. As Sayreville bats here, they picked up 4 runs in this inning and have broken this one open. Bases loaded, 2 out, and there's a pop foul, and it's going to go out of play, and it does. Harvey gave it a look, but wasn't playable. Swing, and he swung through it. Tried to check his swing, but that'll do it for the Bombers, but not before. They score 4 runs. They leave 3 men on base on, let's see how many hits they had here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 4 runs on 4 hits. They leave the bases loaded. At the end of 6.5, it is Sayreville 7 and JFK 2. Come on back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Mustangs. They're going to have a lot of work to do. They trail 7-2. They'll send up Donovan Claiborne. He'll be followed by Joshua Torres. And then Isaiah Cherry on the mound now. There's a windup and a pitch. Swing and a miss. Is A.J. Zapatizny. And aren't we all glad that I found out how to pronounce his name? A.J. has pitched in 3 games, 7 1/3 inning. Hasn't struck out anybody. Has a 3.81 ERA. Giving up 1 home run. Donovan Claiborne struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He doubled, had a nice double his 2nd time up in the 5th. He came around to score the 2nd run of the game for the Mustangs. He trails now in the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a ball. Into play 3rd now for the Bombers is Jaden Stizio. He pinch ran, you may recall. And there's a hit. That's hit hard right at Cosby, but it goes between his legs. And Matt Corby, I should say. So that'll be an error for Corby. But Donovan hit that ball hard. Right at him. That'll bring up Joshua Torres. Torres has flown out to center field and sacrificed in his 2 trips to the plate. Mustangs get their leadoff runner on. This is hit hard, and that gets past Stizio. That'll be a single. Kennedy going to go base by base, of course, with trailing by 5. So 2 men on. And that'll bring up Isaiah Cherry. Cherry struck out. He singled and scored. And then he doubled and drove in a run in his 3 trips to the plate. He's a senior. Baseball is his favorite sport. The Dark Knight, his favorite movie. Likes all kinds of music. Science is his favorite subject. And his favorite baseball memory is playing in 3 leagues at once in the 7th grade. And he wants everybody to know that he lifts. So Mustangs not going to go quietly here in the 7th. 2 on, nobody out in the top of their lineup.
What the heck was that?
There, timeout was called, so pitch does not count. Cherry's called it. I didn't see the umpire raise his hand, but he certainly doesn't seem like there was any dispute as to whether he had called timeout. So Zapatizny's pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes. As the Mustangs bid to make this interesting here in the 7th inning. And as I said, the top of their lineup is up. This one's hit hard at the shortstop. Maeda flips it to second for 1, on to first. Not in time. Corby's throw was on line, but not in time. And so on the fielder's choice, Cherry is on first, and that will bring up on the play. Claiborne went to third. And that was hit hard. That was a line drive, base hit. Run will score. That was Calvin Claiborne. He had a single and an RBI. He drove in Donovan Claiborne. I don't know if they're related, but they may well be. Whenever you see 2 people with the same name on the team, you know, they could be brothers, cousins. Let me just tell you about Calvin, because I don't think he's the last guy we haven't told you about. He's a senior, basketball and baseball are his favorite sports. 42 is his favorite movie. What a good movie that is. R&B and rap are his favorite musics. Pre-calc is his favorite subject. And his favorite baseball moment is all the funny moments in the baseball season. Good for you, Calvin. Have fun doing this. Enjoy the pre-calc. Two on, one in, one out. Jeremy Ricord is the batter. He reached on an error in the first, singled in the third, and then grounded out to short in the fifth. So his fourth trip to the plate. He has a home run on the season. Now that would make the game interesting. He also leads the Mustangs in RBIs with 11. Now, this is an interesting spot for Zapatizny. This one's hit high and foul. I hope it's. Oh, I heard it. I heard it land. It went right over our booth, and we have a roof over our head, but it's only a canvas roof, so that could hurt. No balls, 2 strikes to recount. Record, I'm sorry. Zapatizny taking his time on the mound. Looks at the runners. Now he'll come home. That's up high. Ball 1. Ryan Samaru waits on deck. He doubled last inning. And got himself picked up. Mustangs had a chance in the 6th inning to make something happen, but Samaru got picked off, and so did Harvey. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard. That's going to be through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Claiborne stops at second. And an RBI single for Ricord. And the Mustangs now have cut it to 7-4 with the tying run at the plate. I'm sorry, that was Cherry who scored. My apologies. Claiborne stopped at second. Ricord at first, and here's Ryan Samaru. He flew out to center in the third, flew out to right in the first, flew out to center in the third, and then, as I said, doubled, and then got himself picked off as he swings over the top of that one for a strike. Last inning. Who knows what might have been if the Mustangs hadn't played themselves out of that inning. Get 2 guys get thrown out. Samaru thought there was going to be a sacrifice, and he got too far and got himself picked off. Up high, quick throw down to second. And Claiborne slides back safely. Good throw by Hunter Alameda, the catcher. 1 out, just 1 out. Up high. Action in the Sayreville bullpen right now. Zapatizny working himself into a jam here. Well, he's already in the jam, so he's not working himself into it. He's in it. He's worked himself into it. This is hit hard right at the third baseman. Cesso steps on third. He throws to first in time for the double play. Nice play by Jaden Stizzo, and that will do it. A double play, 5-3, and the Mustangs, valiant effort here in the top of this, in the bottom of the 7th, ends just like that, and they go down to a 7-4 defeat for the Mustangs. The loser, well, I think the loser is going to be Valdez. The winner is Whitford for Sayreville. but they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits through the Mustangs in the 7th inning. And so the final score will be Sayreville 7. They have 7 runs on 10 hits. The Mustangs 4 runs on 9 hits. Whitford the winner, Valdez the loser, and that will do it. So for Greg Ficarra, for the extraordinary crew, Emil Brandolfi on the cameras, Emil Brandolfi, Wilmer Rabino, Adam Chenoy, Aaron Zapola on graphics, Samantha Roth, their technical director, Gina Forbes, our director, Lee Beckerman, Craig Coughlin saying, and for Greg Ficarra, Craig Coughlin saying, thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.